Hey guys, this is Chase from Burnout Inc. and I'm about to announce the winners of the first round of the figure giveaway contest. So on my update video, I said it was I switched it from 3 to 5 winners. Well, I'm gonna do a little bit more, maybe around 6, 7, 8, somewhere along the lines of that number. Maybe even a little bit more if if I got the money to do it and I'm feeling awesome, you know what I mean? But yeah, I had a lot of comments on my figure update or my figure collection update video. You guys asked some really great questions. You told me what your favorite figures were, and you gave really great descriptions on here. And I went through all the comments that were in there, and you know, sometimes you're gonna look at this and say, "Hey, that's kind of a question I asked too. Why did he win?" I might have just liked the figure he chosen better, or whatever. You know, none of it was personal. It was just some of it had to be at random, but most of the time it was really because I liked your question. I thought they were really great. So let's just go ahead and kick this thing off. Thanks again too for being patient, waiting for me to find my wallet and have my anniversary with my girlfriend. And just you guys are really good. I love my fans. Thank you so much. So we're gonna kick this thing off with the Beastly Boy 02, like your name. He said his favorite figure is the Best of Pay-Per-View Daniel Bryan. And I have to agree, that is a really great figure. The question that was asked, actually, he had two questions. Favorite superstar, and what YouTubers do I look up to? I'm going to answer the first one. Actually, not. I'm going to answer both. Okay. So I got two answers for this. My favorite superstar of all time is The Undertaker. Pretty much you guys know why. He's quite possibly the best wrestling character of all time. Right guy, right look, and just right everything. No matter what era The Undertaker was in, he fit absolutely perfect in the WWE scene, whether it was in the early 90s with a cartoonish, Undertaker gimmick, moving along into the next generation where he became more gothic and his hair was more stringy looking, but he was, kind of a good guy, and in the Attitude Era where he just looked awesome, and then the biker gimmick, and then back into the Dead Man, which he's kind of a hybrid of everything that he's been right now. I'd actually would like to see him return as the biker gimmick maybe one more time, or, whenever he has his last match or whatever, maybe he'll just come out as himself or as the biker rather than the Dead Man. But whatever he chooses to do, I know I'm going to love it. My favorite superstar of the modern era that's going on right now, I'd have to say, yeah, it is CM Punk. Daniel Bryan's come a long way, and he's my current favorite that's on Raw right now. But man, CM Punk on the mic, the moves that he does, the innovative style, the way he helps the younger guys just look really awesome while facing him. I like all the stuff he's done with the Shield. And, he could pretty much have a good match with everybody. Well, maybe not everyone. But, so I hope that answered your question there. And then, what YouTubers do I look up to? Now, look up to, I'd have to say one of the big ones and one of the newer ones I look up to a lot is Captain McKay Random. I really love his stop motion wrestling. His animations are amazing. And just the customs that he's made so far, they're really great. And he just seems like a really cool dude. So, just somebody I would like to meet or talk to one time and just get his feedback on certain things. And just to, talk wrestling, talk shop, talk about figures and whatnot, because that'd be a fun conversation to have. I love a lot of YouTubers. Angry Joe, he's one of my favorites. I love the Two Best Friends. I love the Game Grumps. Comic Book Girl 19. Anna Kenna, I recently discovered her a couple months back. She's really cool. Nostalgia Critic, the Angry Video Game Nerd. I could go on and on. But yeah, those are a lot of the YouTubers that I love. Shartimus Prime, he's another big one too. Let's see, let's keep going. With Mr. UFC Guy 123. Oh wait, back up. Okay. BC Boy 02, you won the Seth Rollins figure. So, yep. You win. Seth Rollins back here. Okay. Mr. UFC Guy 123, he's the next winner. And his favorite figure, he said he likes the Deluxe 2-pack Kane and Undertaker from the Jakks wave of figures. And I believe this was the Deluxe Aggression 2-pack. That really stood out to me because not a lot of people mentioned any of the Jakks figures, but I like the deluxe aggression ones. I bought a couple recently to make some customs, and surprisingly they have almost the same articulation as the Mattel figures. They're just, almost an entire inch taller than them and just a little bit out of scale. Otherwise I would have kept them that way. And they're a little overly muscular, but still, great figures. Let's see. He asked, what was the first pay-per-view that I ever watched? I got two answers for that as well. The first pay-per-view, like out of anything that I've ever watched, was the Royal Rumble 1991. My mom used to be a bus driver, and one of the kids on there she learned was a fan of wrestling, an older kid. And they got to talking because, what else are you going to do when you drive a bus? So she got to talking with the kid, and the kid was like, hey, your son's into wrestling, how about I let him borrow this? So he let me borrow some wrestling tapes, and that was the first one I watched. And that was the first Royal Rumble I ever saw, so that was amazing. And now, the first live pay-per-view I ever saw was WrestleMania 17. By far, that is still the best pay-per-view I've ever watched. Absolutely amazing. Okay, great question. And you, sir, and I looked through the list of figures you sent me, you won Dean Ambrose. And lucky for you, and I'm dropping stuff, he actually does come with his accessories. He was one of the figures that I bought in a gigantic collection online. And he's got his camera and the steel folding chair. So that is awesome. Congratulations, sir. Thank you for your question. Let's move along. We have now got the Figure Collector 101. And he said his favorite figure is the Elite 17 Zack Ryder. And I have to say, man, that's one of my favorite figures too. I really like that one. It's actually the first wrestling figure that I ever reviewed. If I could go back, I probably would have changed a little things. I think I kind of talked on and on during that review, and I just kind of stumbled my way through it. So, and with me adding the stop motion and like the comedy bits that I've been doing in my reviews, oh man, I would have loved to have done a skit with the Z True Long Island story and, just stuff like that. But yeah, that's a great figure. Absolutely agree with it, with you on that. And he asked me, what is my dream WrestleMania 30 match? And that's a tough one. Ooh man, that's hard. I would love to see another Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. I'm kind of missing that. I like it in its own pay-per-view because usually every year it's a really good pay-per-view. But man, I would love to see another Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. I would have loved to have seen a match between either Bret Hart and Daniel Bryan or Bret Hart and CM Punk. Geez, that would just be nuts to see that match. Just, all three of them really great workers. Hell, even to see a triple threat match, which triple threat matches are chaotic. There's so many things you can't do in those types of matches. But I think those three could pull it off. If Sting would have signed to WWE, would have loved to have seen a match with him and Taker, obviously. And, I could probably sit here and think of some other really great Dream WrestleMania matches, but that's all that's coming up to mind. Ooh, actually, here'd be a good one. I'd want to see the best tag teams from each era, like the Road Warriors, Edge and Christian, let's say Team Hell No, and the Rhodes Brothers. I would have loved to have seen like a Four Corners tag match. So you have four teams versus each other for tag titles or something. That'd be an insane match. I would really have loved to have seen something like that. Okay, sir. Now this is a special winner, as far as I'm concerned, because you won the Ricky Steamboat figure. And I believe you were the one that said you had every figure from Elite 17 to 25. Well, the figures that I got from this collection, a lot of them were 25s, hence why there's three different figures here. Well, actually, Seamus I purchased in store for, because that's what the next person requested. But I'm pretty certain you don't have this one, based off of what you told me. This Ricky Steamboat was in my figure collection video, and I said that he had a lot of paint transfers and stuff on him. Well, not anymore. I took the time to touch him up, I repainted his skin tone, and I painted parts of his trunks now. So you can kind of see some red and stuff in around his left buttock cheek and around in the hip area. But I think it turned out really good. So hopefully you enjoy that. I put some hard work into it. And trying to get him to stand. Yeah, my ring's really uneven. I gotta redo my setup here. It's kind of why I haven't done a lot of animations or reviews yet. I gotta redo my setup once again. Okay, so, yep, thank you for your question, sir. Hope you enjoyed the Ricky Steamboat figure. Let's see, okay. So our last winner for this video is Official JC311. He's a really good kid. He's another YouTuber. He does some stop motion animations. I love the setup that he has in his videos. So really wanted to help him out and get him a figure, and I like the figure that he chose. And he asked me, well, okay, I'll tell you about the figure that he said first. He really likes the Elite 23 John Cena. And I gotta give this kid a lot of credit. I think he's one of the only people that mentioned John Cena during the whole thing. And it takes a lot of balls for a wrestling fan to admit they're a fan of John Cena. So props to you, kid. And he asked me who or what inspired me to do YouTube. And honestly, I'd have to say it was the people I mentioned before. I'd say the two biggest inspirations were the Angry Video Game Nerd and the Two Best Friends. When I first started the channel, I was uploading more video game stuff because that's what I thought I wanted to do with it, and I just wasn't really happy with it, and I started doing figure reviews because I wanted to do that as well. I wanted to be like a one-stop shop YouTube channel. Everything that I liked on YouTube, figure reviews, comedy skits, video game stuff, that's what I wanted to do with my channel. And I was actually trying to get a bunch of my friends to contribute because, you know, I wanted help with the channel, and I just wanted them to get their ideas out there because they're always talking about, God, wouldn't it be cool if we did this? Or I'd like to sit down and talk to people about this. I'm like, okay, well, let me put the camera in front of you and just talk. And so far, no one's really contributed, so it's just been me. My girlfriend's helped out on a couple of videos too, and I've had my best friend Andrew. He's been in the background a couple times. But for the most part, it's just been me, and you know, probably be that way going forward. So yeah, I'd say those two channels were my big inspiration to do it, and I've kind of been looking for a medium just to get my voice and my ideas and my thoughts and opinions out there. You know, because for a long time in my life, I was pretty much just floating. I had a dead-end job, wasn't doing much with it. And, you know, this YouTube channel was a very great creative outlet. It'll let me talk about my hobbies, my interests, and just, so far, meet a lot of cool people. And, yeah, that's all I got. And you won the Elite 25 Sheamus. I sent you a couple messages. We talked back and forth for a little bit. And I believe this is one of the figures you said you don't have that you wanted. So, there you go. Hope you enjoy them. And I'm going to get these figures shipped out tomorrow or the next day. But they should be coming to you guys. And Sheamus, this isn't WWE All-Stars. You can't attack legends like that, man. And of course, 2 members of the Shield are the ones left standing. Go figure. Okay, so thank you guys. Thanks so much for commenting on the videos, watching the videos, liking the videos, all that stuff. And stay tuned. This is just video 1 of the winners. We're going to have some other winners coming up. I'll answer questions there, and I'm probably going to make another video too where I just go through just about every single question that was on my figure. Yeah, I'll go through pretty much every single question that I can that was on that figure collection video, and I'm going to answer the best ones that I found on there. And so, yep, that's it. Alright guys, this is Chase from Burnout Inc. Congratulations to the winners. Everybody else, stay tuned. Also, check your YouTube inboxes. If you see a message from me, that means you won. If you haven't seen one, I'm sorry, you weren't winners. Thank you for commenting, though. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.